Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on the Iron Man profile. Today, we're stepping back into the Void Sepulchre to fight Tier 4 Enderman Slayers on our hunt for a Judgment Core for our Terminator grind. Obviously, this is going to take a while, but we actually make a lot of progress today. Whether we drop the drop or not, you guys are going to have to wait and see, but a lot of other things are kind of just starting to come full circle and be completed as well. So, if you guys are excited for today's episode, don't forget to go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here, but without further ado, let's get ready to jump right into this one. Super quickly, before we get fully underway, if you do find yourself checking on the Hypixel store, getting some Skyblock gems, a rank, or anything in between, don't forget to go ahead and use my creator code Zach for an extra 5% off your purchase. I do greatly appreciate it. Seriously, save yourself the extra 5% and it helps out the channel a ton. But without further ado, let's get right into today's episode. So today I've been doing tier 4 Void Gloom Seraphs and actually just hit a bestiary milestone of Voidling Fanatics. I tried doing some in the Zealot Bruiser area again today. Just so many times my boss would like glitch into some obsidian, or one time it actually killed my summons, so I had to go grind for some brand new M1 summons. So that took me a little bit of a detour, but 10,000 Voidling Fanatic kills, that's actually pretty cool, not gonna lie. I mean, we'll take it. Another bestiary milestone, you know, I'm out here trying to be like Death Streaks one day, so one kill at a time, I guess you could say. But yeah, bosses are going a lot better up here, not gonna lie, so I'm probably gonna stick to doing them up here for a while just because of the ease, and I haven't been kind of getting skill issued, and I hate it when kids say I died in chat, so doing it up here is almost a necessity for that reason alone. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing some more bosses. I'll cut back with some progress, and yeah, these things are loud. Well, hey, there's our first RNG drop of the grind for Terminator. Unfortunately, I believe that is something I already have. It is. I got this back in June, so a little unfortunate, but hey, an RNG drop nonetheless. I just wish there was something I could do with it. Obviously, we're going to have a collection of these things by the end of this grind. Probably just going to tuck away into my E-Man Slayer backpack, I guess you could say. Don't really have too much room in here, but we can make some room for a pocket espresso machine. I do wish it was a handy blood chalice. That is actually an RNG drop I do still need, as well as exceedingly rare Ender Artifact upgrade. That thing is like twice as rare as Judgment Core, but still something we need, definitely. So I wouldn't be mad if we get one of those, but if we get 2 before Core, I'm gonna have some questions for some admins, I'll tell you that much. But a lot of the RNG drops we still need. Unfortunately, the one we got is the one we already had. We dropped this one once we hit E-Man level 6, and I think it's the only RNG drop you can get before E-Man level 7, so I guess it is more common than the others, so we're gonna expect to see a good amount of those, not gonna lie. But yeah, first RNG drop of this core grind. Honestly, pretty cool. Ooh, we actually just got a little double drop. Excuse the loud noises of the dragon spawning in the background, but Hazmat Enderman and a Ender Snake rune. You don't really see double drops too often, especially when I'm only rocking 119 Magic Find, which I do understand is definitely going to slow down this grind based on the fact that RNG drops and Slayer drops in general are Magic Find based. So the more Magic Find you have, obviously the higher chance you have to drop said drop. However, this is just what I can manage right now until we get our hands on that implosion belt. So unfortunately, we have to sacrifice a lot of Magic Find for the capabilities of being able to actually complete the boss. So it is what it is, but hey, 2 drops in one, can't really complain about that one. Ooh, something actually just happened that is kind of a big deal for our Hyperion progression. This guy seriously wants to smoke. I'll take care of that guy really quickly. But as you can see in chat, Champion 9 on your heroic Hyperion has upgraded to Champion 10. We now have maxed out Champion on our Hyperion. That's actually super clean. It's actually the first weapon I've maxed Champion on. Just combat isn't really something you get around to too much when on Iron Man, when there's so many other things to grind, such as fishing, farming, there's just mining. There's so many other skills that really take up your focus. So that's why my combat skill is actually one of my weaker ones. And yeah, Champion level 10, that's 3 million combat XP I've gotten while holding up my hype since I got it. So actually pretty happy about that. Newly maxed enchant is always super satisfying. Is there a way we can actually look at what Champion 10 does? Let me see if I can find it somewhere. I don't know if I'll be able to, but I think it's gain like, is it 30% extra combat XP? The second hit on the mob and grants a various amount of coins and XP orbs. If it's 30% more, I highly doubt it is. I'd have to look into it, but if it is 30%, that is genuinely insane. Okay, I looked it up. It's 10% more combat XP, 5 coins, and 25 EXP orbs on a kill. That's at tier 10. Looked it up on the wiki. See, having the wiki now is just so convenient. I can't even lie, but I'm going to keep on going with these bosses. Champion 10, though, that's actually pretty exciting. Okay, we're doing more E-Man Slayer, and I actually just dropped a Null Atom. And you might be thinking, why are you excited about a Null Atom? They aren't too rare, I'm going to be honest. They really aren't. And I have a decent amount of them, except for you actually need Null Atoms as one of the ingredients for Terminator. You need 27 in total, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me in the comments down below. I'll make sure I check a little bit here soon. But that was my 26 Null Atom I've dropped. Obviously, I've dropped more when going for the Juju. Needed some to craft that. But 26 Null Atoms is actually super good because we need 27 of them to go ahead and craft the Terminator. So we actually need one more Null Atom, and then we have all the Null Atoms that we need for Terminator, which is going to be our first ingredient, I guess you could say, or item that we require for Terminator crossed off the list, which is honestly a little bit of a milestone. Obviously, probably one of the easier materials to gather for Term, but something to be excited about nonetheless. Every ingredient or material that we gather is something to get excited about. So one more Null Atom, and we actually have enough for Terminator. So that's pretty cool. I'm actually starting to get kind of curious about how common this is. Like, how rare is this to happen? Like, 2 drops. We got Man of Steel and Ender Snake Rune again. That actually might be equivalent to what our last double drop was, but with 119 Magic Find, that's gotta be like really rare for 2 drops, right? Or maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. It feels rare. I get excited when I see 2 messages pop up in my chat. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. I get excited when I see it. My goodness, it happened again. But honestly, I'm okay with this one because we got our 27th and final Null Atom. That is actually pretty exciting. Obviously, there's other things you can do Null Atoms for. Obviously, there's the Sin Seeker Scythe, which is pretty cool. You need, what is this, 4, 8, 12, 16 Null Atoms for this bad boy. We'll craft one eventually if we get a Sinful Dice. I do want everything in the game, so eventually that is something we'll craft. Soulflow Engine, you need 2 for this. Maybe we'll use this way down the line. Just not something I feel like wasting the materials for. But we do have the iron for, so it isn't out of the equation. Then you need 2 for the Soulflow Supercell, so we do actually need 2 more for that in the relatively near future. Because as we get all these Null Spheres, not only are we going to be crafting Null Ovoids for Terminator, but if we get anything past that, it's going straight towards the Soulflow Supercell. Just maxing out this talisman, I think it's going to be really beneficial. So definitely want to do that eventually. But we have all 27 Null Atoms that we need for the Terminator. That is our first material fully crossed off the list, which is honestly pretty exciting. I don't have any more Enchanted Mithril, so I will have to go and mine some, which is what you need for the Null Edges / Null Blades. You do need some Enchanted Mithril, so that is something I will be grinding for kind of just when I'm bored, I guess, on the side, and we'll be crafting those up in a nearby video, because I think it would just be cool to have whatever we can craft it as we can. Eventually we're going to need it, so it would kind of be cool to do along the way. But yeah, pretty excited about that. I'm not too sure why my brightness has gone down, but we did actually just drop a Summoning Eye, which is always really fun. We've dropped 2 during this little grind now, and yeah, I mean, free Summoning Eyes while doing this is definitely nice. I wish I could be doing this in the Zealot Bruiser area, but as I said, obviously, it's just a matter of boss completion, and currently that's something we struggle with from time to time, so I'm going to take consistent bosses over the odd Summoning Eye, unfortunately, and yeah, that is a little bit of a trade-off I am willing to make. To be honest, I really want to do these bosses. I didn't realize I was fully getting close to this, but we actually just leveled up our combat level 56 now, which is honestly super. My boss, I was not ready for this thing whatsoever, but I guess we're doing it. Hopefully this guy helps if he's just gonna spawn my boss when I'm trying to do a clip. But combat 56, it's actually pretty exciting. 4 levels away from max, obviously, still a ways to go. But as we do more things such as Slayer and other combat things such as Kudra, more dungeons, it really does add up. It definitely adds up, and we're slowly but surely working our way to max combat level, which is super exciting. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on doing these bosses. But yeah, thought I'd let you guys know, new combat level, pretty exciting stuff, not gonna lie. I don't know how rare this is, but this is the first one I've gotten. I just dropped an Ether Warp Merger. This thing's actually used to upgrade the Aspect of the Void with a Ether Warp Conduit to basically add the Ether Transmission, teleport to a targeted block up to 57 blocks away. So for this, the Ether Warp Conduit, you need 16 refined titanium and a bunch of Null Voids. This is something we're going to go for actually relatively soon, though. We'll probably do a video about getting this thing. We have the Ether Warp Merger, though, which is like one of the ingredients for it. I don't think I've ever gotten one. I don't have one, so hey, that's our first one. let's take it. I don't ever really go on the alpha server when it opens for videos, but I thought this was something that we should kind of talk about because Levels V2 is currently being balance tested on the alpha server. If you guys don't know, alpha.hypixel.net. Sometimes they drop some of the upcoming updates so players can kind of test them out, see how it feels, balance test, performance test, all that good stuff. Honestly, really like the system with it, and we get a chance to see some updates early. Currently, Levels V2 is on here though, with the new Skyblock leveling menu now being in your Skyblock menu, which is super convenient. There's a ton of new ways to gain XP. Speaking of which, on the main server, I'm level 237. On Alpha, I'm level 247. And there's a lot of things that still aren't being counted, or I'm not sure if we actually just have to do again. For example, there's all these event tasks from a mining fiesta, caps at 1 million ores mined. You have to mine 1 million ores for 200 XP here. You have to fish up 5,000 sharks for 100 XP here. And then there's also spooky festival events. So there's different brackets, and if you get each of these brackets once, or for example, let's say you get the emerald bracket once, you get all the XP from the previous tiers. There's over 2 levels in there, which is really exciting. There's like 4 or 5 levels just from all those events you can get, which I really enjoy. Just like so many different ways to gain XP. It's gonna make it a lot of fun. Essence shops, we're gonna get level 4 Abbey phone contacts, Anita shop upgrades. There's just a ton more options to gain XP, as well as a to-do list, which is currently disabled, but it'll basically tell you what you should do next. And then they're also experimenting with Skyblock chapters. Either way, Skyblock Levels V2 actually looks super clean. I kind of wanted to show off this pink prefix because as soon as this drops, we're going to have it on the main server, and my goodness, this color just looks so clean. The mythic color compared to the legendary, it just looks so good. I can't wait to get this on main. So unfortunately, I believe that is going to do it for today's episode. Honestly, a lot of progress. I did a bunch of bosses. I'm doing my best to get more and more consistent with it, and soon hopefully we're going to be able to trade off some of our intelligence for some magic find, which is going to be very beneficial for the drops. However, we did complete all the null items that we need for Terminator today, which is super exciting. We got our first RNG drop since hitting E-Man level 7. Of course, it was a pocket espresso machine, but hey, an RNG drop is an RNG drop, especially this early on to the grind. I will take anything I can get, so that's always fun, as well as just progressing through, leveling up our combat, maxing our Enderman pet. A bunch of good stuff has been going on, so hopefully you guys did enjoy today's episode. We're going to be grinding for Term for a while, get used to some E-Man Slayer content. I'll try and sprinkle in some other things, whether it be mining, because once in a while I actually need to go and mine for coins so I can keep doing Slayers. I literally have to stop and go mine Jade or something to continue funding the Slayer quest, but Mayor Aatrox is right around the corner. Actually could be in office by the time you guys see this video, so pretty exciting stuff. We will be grinding E-Man Slayer for it, but yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. Don't forget to use code Zach for an extra 5% off your purchase on the Hypixel store. Join my Discord, and without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and peace out.